Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So the other day I stopped by the MORPHE brushes store in Burbank, which Burbank is originally where I'm from. So I actually went to Burbank to have dinner with my best friend who still lives there. And so while I was in town, I decided to stop at the MORPHE store. So today we have a haul. Actually, this bag matches my lips. That was not on purpose. But yeah, I'm into it. Anyway, so let's get started. So all their brushes come in little plastic casing like this, so I'll take this out. But the first brush is the MORPHE well, obviously it's MORPHE, the M439. So it looks like this. It's a big, fluffy, synthetic base brush, super soft. So I plan to use this for foundation if I like it. I can't remember the last time I've used a brush for my foundation. I've been using strictly Beauty Blenders and the orange Real Technique sponge forever. I've just been ride or die for that for so long. So I'm gonna give this a try and hopefully I'll really like it. It's really soft, so we'll see. Next brush is another face brush, which is the M523. Looks like this. This one is not synthetic. It's really soft. It almost is as soft as the synthetic one, but this one is made from goat hair. Yeah, so I plan on using this for contour. I have a similar brush like this already that I use for contour, but this one just has, it seems a lot thicker and more dense, and just a lot nicer, so yeah. The next brush is the M169, which is a round crease brush, and I've got this to use to pack color into the crease and also the outer corner. This is a sable hair brush, so it is not synthetic. And there's that. This is one of their cheaper brushes. I think this was like $3, so you can't beat that. But yeah, I think I'll be getting a lot of use out of that one. These kids are screaming bloody murder outside. There's a pool right here, like I can see it out my window, and there's just a ton of kids. It's 104 degrees today, not even exaggerating, and so every kid in this neighborhood is in that pool screaming. So I'm sorry if you can hear that. Then next I have the M501, which is a huge blending brush. This is huge, like compared to my eye. Look at this. It's like my whole eye. But I plan on using this strictly for blending. I don't even know if I will be using this with color, we'll see, but definitely I'm going to be using this as a blending brush. This is massive, but again, this is also made with sable hair, super soft. Then this is the M502, which is also a rounded crease brush. This one isn't nearly as large as the other one, so that one I'm going to be using mostly for just blending, and this I'll be actually using to put color into my crease. So it's pretty much just your basic round crease brush. It's getting hot in here. Next I have the M433, which is one of the brushes I wanted the most because these are one of my favorite type of brushes. I have some similar from Sigma, but I wanted to try the MORPHE one. But I love this because it's perfect for packing color onto the lid, putting color into the crease, also blending colors throughout your crease, or just, you know, doing without color and blending. So I feel like this is a brush that is good for everyone to have because you can pack on color, blend out color. It's really great. Then last for brushes is the M409, which is an angled synthetic brush, and I already used this twice, but I washed it today so I can show it in this video all nice and clean. But I got this to use with gel liner. I haven't used gel liner in so long, but I'm trying to get back into it because I've been strictly liquid liner for the past at least year probably. So I'm trying to switch it up and get back into gel liner just so I have a few different options. So I wanted a new liner brush, so this is what I got. So just an angled liner brush. Again, this is the M409. So moving on to eyeshadows, the MORPHE eyeshadows actually have a name and a number on them as opposed to one or the other, which I think is good because in case you forget the number, you have the name and vice versa. So the first one I have is Cream Puff, which is ES3. So this is what Cream Puff looks like. It's a soft peachy beige color, and this is a matte. And the next one is called Bridesmaid, and this is ES16. And this is like a soft rosy brown color. The next one is Green Haze, and it's also ES17. So this is the first shimmery one. I didn't get very many shimmers. I got mostly satins and mattes. So this is a pearl. Oh my gosh, love. This is described as being a bright green with gold. Then next I have Deep Cocoa, which is also ES24. And this is just a deep kind of reddish brown color. And this is also a matte. Then next I have Birthday Suit, which is also ES60. So this is kind of a muted beige taupey color, and this is also a matte. The next I have Creme Brulee, which is ES63, and this is kind of another matte, and this is just kind of a deep brown, kind of a basic brown. Then next I have Velveteen, which is one of the favorite ones that I got, and this is ES72, so Velveteen. This is basically just a matte gray shadow, which I think is so pretty. I absolutely love gray. I'm doing my whole house in gray. which I feel like is kind of a trend right now, but whatever, I just love gray. And this I think is just so pretty. Again, this is a matte, just a regular gray color. Super pretty. These are all so soft. Then I have Undress Me, which is ES81. So this is another kind of rosy, brown, mauve-y color, which I love these kinds of colors. I feel like they're really flattering. Next I have Buckle Up, which is ES85. Then next I have Drive In, which is ES91. And this is a matte shadow, another brown, which I think is really pretty. This just seems like maybe like a soft brown. I'm not very good at describing the brown colors, but yeah, very pretty. Next I have Hanky Panky, which is ES101. This is a muted purple, which I love. I absolutely love purple eyeshadows, especially these deep kind of muted purples. Next we have Vixen, which is ES116. This is a kind of purplish brown color. Super pretty. Again, another matte eyeshadow. Whew. So this is the last of the eyeshadows, but this is obviously a completely different packaging than the rest of them, and this was in a different part of the store. It was a different price, and it's also a lot bigger than the rest of the eyeshadows. But the name of this is ES502, but on the package doesn't have the name of the eyeshadow, so I pulled it up on the website, and the name of this is Date Night, so you can look up on the website Date Night or ES502, and this eyeshadow is so pretty. So here is the shadow. This is one of the prettiest ones I bought. I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, this I need. This was a little bit more expensive than the other ones, but then again, it's a lot bigger, and it's a different line than the other Morphe eyeshadows, so that I'm totally okay with. And it was only $6, so even though it's more than the other eyeshadows, it's still super inexpensive. So pretty. Let's just get a little closer. What? So it's basically just a kind of like duochrome purple. It almost has a little bit of like silvery gold to it. So pretty. Then the last item I got is just an empty Morphe eyeshadow palette. This was about 10 bucks, and with all the eyeshadows that I purchased, I needed something to put them in, so this is what I got here. And I totally forgot about it until I was checking out, and she asked if I wanted to get an empty palette to put them in. I was like, duh, of course I do. So this is what it looks like inside. It has little slots for each individual eyeshadow. I won't be able to put that last larger shadow in here because it's just gonna be too big, but then I can put all the other ones in here. So I'll just have to figure something out. I have other palettes. I'll figure it out. But yes, that is it. All right guys, so that is it for my haul from Morphe. Let me know if there's anything that you suggest that I should try from Morphe, and I will check that out. Leave those down in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.